Beauty Diaries.
Hello and welcome to Beauty Diaries. I am Namuri Edemioya. Today's episode is for the women. Yes, the women again, but hey, it's fashion and we can't help it. You know, fashion evolves. There's some styles, some things that have been in vogue that we've let go and are coming back. Talk about our natural hair, talk about the different styles of clothes we have now, and you know, so many other things. Today on Beauty Diaries, we'll be focusing on a particular fashion trend, and that is Boubou. You remember the days of late Mariam Babangida and how we all loved the way she wore a Boubou with a headgear. Now, these Boubous come in different types. Like the attire I'm wearing is just a simple Ankara made into a Boubou style with a different neckline. The hand is different, the cut is different, and of course it's full and flowy. And then it is toned. Now, check out this dress. It is a free dress, and we have this as well. Okay, but for those that know it better, we have a guest in the house. We're at her space, and she'll be telling us different types of Boubou, how to wear it, where to wear it to, and you know, so many other things. So welcome to Beauty Diaries. Stay tuned as I bring you my guest on the program.
Beauty Diaries.
Now let's meet our guest on the program today. Ogwa Iweze is a fashion entrepreneur, a brand ambassador, a lover of life, and very, very particular about made in Nigeria products. Everything made in Nigeria, especially when it comes to fabrics, as it relates to fashion especially. Ogwa, you're welcome to Beauty Diaries.
Thank you, Namuri.
Finally, I have you. Ogwa has been evasive. She's always busy, and I'm glad we're talking today. Ogwa, you graduated as an accountant.
Yes.
And you've been into fashion for about 15 years. Awesome. How did you start?
It started like a hobby. A friend and I were just talking, and we realized that, you know, there was the opportunity. However, there was no business plan. There was no like grand opening or anything. We had one machine. I think we had like 100,000 naira, and we started. I have to owe everything to everyone who has ever supported my brand or bought from the brand, because they are the ones that have kept me till today. They are the ones that have kept me going and pushed me to continue. And yeah, that's my story.
Interesting. When I got to know you, I think probably 10 years ago now, I bought a fabric from you. I think 2 dresses, not the fabric,
Yes.
I beg your pardon. About 2 or 3 dresses, and then it was when sequence just started, you know, DZYN and sequence, and up to now I still have that dress. I refuse to let it go. I just look at it in my wardrobe and okay, I have it. Don't mind me. So, how did it all start as a business for you?
So I think the point of realization was, you know, when you start a business, maybe first people just pay into your personal account. Then one day you realize, this thing can be a business. So you register a business name, and then people start to, you know, recognize it as a business, and you have a brand name, because we started with a different brand name, then we switched to DZYN. And then eventually, one day I just looked at my bank statements and I was like, wow, like, people, like, this is quite a bit of money to, you know, that has passed through our account. So it started to dawn on me that you have to now take this seriously, like put structure in place. I have an amazing team of people. Even if I disappear for 1 month, my business is running smoothly.
Oh, interesting. Good.
It's been awesome.
Now let's talk about the fashion trends in Nigeria. In my intro, I talked about Boubou. Let's focus on Boubou. I talked about late Mariam Babangida. You know, the way she used to wear Boubous, yes. And then the headgear, scarves, yes. It's back again. Even, of course, COVID happened, but we didn't, it was low key. But now everybody has come out and we're seeing different styles. Tell me, what's your take on it? Let me just keep going.
So the first thing I recognize is that people like to be comfortable. I personally like, my fashion is a little bit edgy. The brand definitely translates more what people want, because you know, as a fashion brand owner, you can make what you like. However, you need to listen to the market. You need to listen to like, oh, what is it that people really want? And when we started out doing Boubous, we just put out 1 and then 10 and then 50 and then 1,000 and then 2,000. So it's become like a staple. Every time we have a collection, we have to have some Boubous in it, some Boubou styles and ideas. Now, I think Nigerians are the most fashionable people on the planet. We're very colorful and flamboyant. So in doing the Boubous, you have to think about that as well. Because as much as, yes, it's a simple style, just falls on your body, they still want like colors and prints and ideas. Like, so you have to find ways to put a bit of a twist. I always say like fashion has gone full circle, so there's really nothing new. However, there's ways to play around with it, but I think it's here to stay. There's no doubt about it. Some people will never be caught dead in a Boubou, because they feel like,
it's too
yes,
free,
you know,
my figure is not
exactly.
out there. Well, for some of us, we like to wear it because it hides the stomach. And you know, there's sometimes you just want to be free. You want to go to a party. You don't need anyone looking at your physical, you know, features. So you just, okay, something simple and nice.
It's elegant. It can be so elegant. Look at how beautiful you look with the scarf and everything. So it definitely works in many ways. And you can dress it up, you can belt it, you can. There's so many ideas with Boubous now. So I love it. I think it's such an amazing trend, and I like that it can stay through time. And as we grow older as women, obviously, you know, certain things matter. You know, for most people, they want something that they can always wear over and over again. So a woman who picks her kids from school, goes to the supermarket, goes to the market, so she can wear a Boubou to any of those places, a kids party, a church, anywhere. Like, so it makes sense. Okay,
it does make sense.
Yeah.
But wearing a Boubou, you've just said something about going to church, going to the market. How do you style your Boubou? Let's dwell more into styling of your Boubou.
Okay. Depending on how the style is, you know, there are many Boubous that you can belt. If you want to define your waist a little bit, once you belt the Boubou, it gives that, you know, fitting, but it's still flowy. Sometimes you can reduce the length. You can, you know, take it up on one side, maybe tie it if there's enough fabric. Sometimes you can drop the shoulder, so you can show a bit of skin here. Some people ask for slits, so they can, you know, show a bit of leg. I find that a lot of people, once they want to dress it up, they just wear heels. And like they tie a turban, or they wear like a nice scarf, wear like a nice pendant, like a long chain with a pendant. Yes. So there's so many ideas that you can use to dress up your Boubou. I've seen some really creative ones, even with our clients. Sometimes they're like, is this the same dress, you know? But yeah, so you can definitely play around in different ways with it.
Interesting. When we come back, we'll be talking about the different fabrics, okay, for Boubous and of course other free clothes. And there's shirt dresses as well.
Yes.
Basically the kind of freestyles that we have in Vogue now.
Yes.
Now I'm sure you want to know how this was tied on my head. So let's bring that to you. Ire helped us with this, so let's take this as a break. We'll be right back.
Beauty Diaries.
Urban wrap, you can use it as an everyday wrap when going out. So I'll take my measurement, which is 45-55, then I'll make my pleats. The measurement I'm using for this particular style, 45-55, is assume that your full length is 100, so you want to divide it. One side is going to be 45 inch and the other side is 55. So follow through my pleats.
Are beautiful. You're beautiful. I put my hand in the air one time for all of my African women. I'm singing la 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 la.
Ask person to hold for you.
African women, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
So when I get to the back, I'm going to cross the pleats. So I'm going to bring my pleats back to the front. So because I'm trying to achieve a V base. So
When you see I'm the waka, it be like say na angel dey pass. She no get wahala. She know say she be very.
once you have this done, the next thing you want to do is just follow through with your pleats on the side like this. I want to do something a little bit different from the regular, so I'm going to take this side, I'm going to pin it down.
African women, I'm singing la 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 la. To all of my African women, you're beautiful.
Secure with 2 pins just to be on the safe side. Then I'm going to take this.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I'll bring it to the side, twist, secure. Then I'm going to take this and bring it back this way. So I'm going to play around it a little. You don't need to do something unnecessarily big, so try to keep the size moderate.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Like I'm just making ruffles. It's kind of making ruffles.
And you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
You don't have to take it all the way down. It depends on how you want it. So I will just leave the ruffles at this point and then secure whatever I have left.
She no get wahala. She know say she be very high class. She no need the makeup. It's a natural something. You are beautiful. Oh, you are beautiful. I put my hand in the air one time.
Then I'll take it to the back.
I'm singing la 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 la. To all of my African women, you're beautiful. 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 You're beautiful.
Okay, and I think that's a very fast one, simple and quick. You can rock this to any event, trust me, and you stand out. Thank you.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Beauty Diaries.
You're welcome back. I am sure you were able to grasp a bit of how this beautiful headgear was made. That was why we didn't put it on fast play. A little bit of fast play, yes, but in the other episodes we've had before, some people have complained, you made it too fast, so we didn't get to see it. But if you want to see it again, visit my YouTube channel. Okay, you can watch it again and again. So you know how to tie it. So now let's talk about the different types of fabrics we use for Boubou.
Okay, so you can make boubous from different types of fabrics. I'm sure you've seen some really beautiful Ankara boubous as well at DZYN. But majority of the boubous I prefer are like the flowy ones because it's like easy. So like this one is made out of chiffon. And you see how flowy it is.
Good for the weather.
Yes,
honestly.
and a lot of people wear this like even on the beach because it's so flowy and nice, and so they can wear it as a coverall, and it can be in like different prints and all that. So this is chiffon, and this chiffon is really light and flowy. Like you said, Nigerian weather is, you know, but we don't agree. Even if it's hot, we must still dress.
We must still dress up.
So yeah, so this is chiffon. This is like a silk satin fabric.
This is beautiful.
Yes, it's like a silk satin fabric, and it's pretty much pleated. So you can see this is a different idea.
This must be a luxury brand.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's pleated, so like it's already pre-pleated, so it comes like that. The print is actually customized as well, so you can see like how far people are going, you know, to give like that unique feel to Boubou's. This is crepe. This is crepe fabric, so it's a bit heavier than chiffon. It's also, you know, quite comfortable as well. A lot of people love these ones. So yeah, so this is like a crepe fabric. And yeah, so like I said, Ankara, Adire, so many different types of Boubou styles and fabrics that can be used. And yeah, so that's it.
Now, talking about Boubou, let's talk about, you know, the shirts as well.
Yes.
We have, you know, shirt dresses, you know, and like you said, the short ones. But sorry, I just remembered something. In wearing your Boubous, underwear is important.
Yes.
That's one area
Yes.
that I am very particular about when you wear Boubous, especially when you wear chiffon.
This chiffon ones.
You said earlier you can wear this on the beach, so
Yes.
you can have your bikini or
Yeah,
your swimsuit under.
Yes.
But if you're going to the market or in the morning, for instance, some of us will wear our leggings
Yes.
or jeggings or
Yes.
anything, any good underwear that would,
Be inside.
and your inner wear.
Yes.
Okay.
So like a vest and leggings or like a slip. Some customers sometimes will ask for like a slip, or most women have slips in their wardrobes anyway. So yeah, and some people wear like hardly anything.
Okay, so whatever your preference.
Exactly.
Just do you, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah, but we still prefer everything covered.
Covered.
I can't help it.
I mean, I think that, you know, being in this business is interesting because you meet so many kinds of people. There are people who are trying on clothes and they don't mind coming out in their bras, and they're just trying on clothes, and they're not shy at all, you know. So we're blessed with different personalities.
Yes, free-spirited and all of that.
Yeah.
Now, the trend is moving on, like we said. Now, generally, let's look at fashion in Nigeria. You are so much involved in the Made in Nigeria brand.
Yes.
Now, tell me more about it.
Okay. First of all, for me, Nigeria needs it. You know, how do you support the industries? Like, how do you support people who are trying to manufacture within? You have to patronize them. You have to buy from them so that their business is running. How have I been able to pay my tailors and maintain my staff? And the tailors, some of them have been with me for 8 years, 10 years. So for me, it's amazing because that means that, you know, the payments or the money that I make has sustained lives. So for me, it's a deeper meaning. It's more about looking at where your money goes. So people say, oh, I'm patronizing your brand, but it's not really just about me. Okay. It's about my staff and their families. And, you know, everybody who owns a business and employs labor is taking people off the streets. So the more brands we have that are successful, the less unemployment.
Okay.
Yeah.
For somebody listening now and just heard you doing well with your tailors, how do you do that? Because there are some fashion designers that complain about tailors.
Absolutely.
They keep changing.
Yes. I had this discussion yesterday and I said tailors are like necessary evil. So like a lot of people say, how do you do it? And I'm like, look, the person you find who will work for your brand has to be ready, has to have the right mindset. And then you cultivate it. So for me, if I sit down with the tailors and I say, hey, we plan to produce 200 pieces of this, and you are the person producing it. So I give them an idea of how much they're going to make over time. And their minds are lit because the typical tailor is thinking of 5,000, 2,000, like quick money. But when you start to show them more, show them like a vision, and they to start to see, start telling them, you know, you can buy land, you can build a house, your children can go to school, because along the line, at the end of the year, you're going to be making 2 million, 3 million. And their eyes are wide open. So I feel like to anyone listening, you need to share your vision with your stuff. A lot of people keep their brands and they make it look like it's me, me, me. It's not about you. Everybody is involved. If the business does well, everybody does well. So you have to involve them. So I have meetings, I sit down with them, I try to get involved. Not too much, but I try to get an idea. How many children do you have? Where are your children now? Where do you live?
So getting to know your staff. And
yes. Yes. So if a tailor, and we do this a lot where everybody's praying to produce something that becomes a bestseller.
Okay.
Because when you do a bestseller, then you are constantly getting orders and you are making your commissions. So if we sell 500 pieces of something and you're making 3,000 on it, you've made 1.5 million. You understand? So it's good, and so they pray for the business. When they are producing samples, they are praying, let this sample, let people like it and buy. So it's you know, yes. So it has worked well for me. We need to open up our ideas to everybody around us, the staff, the team, and so that they will carry the vision with you. They will even carry it more than you. They will start to, you know, you will see them. Even my security man, when the store is closed and somebody wants to buy clothes, he will open the door and sell.
Oh, really?
Yes, and you know, somebody sent me a message, your security man made me buy 2 extra Boubous. he told me, this print is so nice, it's so nice on you, and I'm like, wow. So I recognize a salesman in my security man.
Oh, that's a good one.
So, you know, buying Nigeria for me is deep. It gives me goosebumps because I'm just seeing so much potential with us as a people. I pray that more people can believe in themselves and wake up and do something local, because it's our country. What do? You know, we can't leave it. We can't leave it.
So much
yes, and I like to say also, like, there's some stuff being done. I know a lot of people say, oh, government is not doing, but the truth is, you have to also open your ears to the opportunities. Africa has 1.3 billion people. Okay. For me, I never looked at Africa. When they tell you exports, you know, you're shipping to the US, the UK, you are happy. But there's so much markets within Africa. So we had a customer who contacted us on Instagram from Gabon, and she has bought so much from us, especially the Boubous. Interesting that we're talking about. So she buys in hundreds and we ship to Gabon. And this is a country that I've never actually thought about or visited. And then we have a stockist in Abidjan, we have a stockist in Nairobi, we're trying to talk to someone in Ghana. So even within Africa, there's so much that we can export. And then Export Promotion Council is now helping brands, especially with the newly launched grants. So there's new grants that are supposed to be helping people improve on their businesses so that they can be ready to export. So it's awesome. I think that, you know, I pray that, you know, people open up their eyes and see more opportunities, because there are.
That's interesting, highly informative as well. Okay. This would be a good part to say thank you for coming on the program, but don't mind me. I still want to look at you know, what's your take on the fashion trend in Nigeria generally now? Moving away from Boubou.
I mean, to be honest, like, you know, it's interesting how with Nigeria, we almost create our own thing. And other people, everyone is looking at us. When you get comments from people from different countries saying, wow, you guys in Nigeria, you're so fashionable. I'm so proud, because I feel like it's our thing. We didn't really steal it from anybody else. It's just who we are as a people. We dress up nice, makeup. We know how to package, you know.
Yes.
And I think with all the trends now, a lot of the trends that are around, with us in Nigeria, we still play with a lot of color. So we've seen a lot of girls with the thigh-high slits. That is a big trend. Almost everybody or most people like, you know, a bit of flesh showing.
Some,
corset, some, no, okay, some. Corsets. A lot of people are incorporating corsetry into like ashwebis and just, you know, because it gives that nice. It packs everything up. It gives that nice waistline. So corsets are really, really trending now. And I like how people are playing with corsets. So you see an ashwebi, but someone has put a corset in it. Even the brides and all that. Yes. So I think those two things for me stand out a lot. We've seen a lot of these agbadas. I don't know if you've seen now, a lot of people are translating the male agbada into like a Boubou agbada
I love
style.
That one.
So
beautiful. So beautiful.
With even beadwork and all that. So beautiful. Using adire, using Ankara. amazing. I mean, Nigerians, we are super.
We
our
are.
minds are amazing. I just pray that, you know, we find the right opportunities and, you know, things
Take it
get...
up and work on it. Now, for the budding fashion entrepreneur out there, what's your advice to him or her?
So I feel like, you know, I tell a lot of people that it takes time. It takes consistency. It takes a lot of hard work and tears. It's not a day's job. It's not a walk in the park. However, if you decide you want to do something, find your bearing, be intentional. You can't do everything. You can't be a male, female, children. It will overwhelm you. So,
Focus,
you know, yes. So focus and pick a line and just keep going at it, no matter how difficult it gets. I always advise people, especially for social media, because it's free, right? So it's the easiest way to get exposure. Create as much content. You don't have to create content every day, but at least find days where you can create a lot that you keep using so that you show up every day. It's almost like an office. Resume at your office. I remember Real Worry Picking, she said Instagram is her office. She has to resume work every day because that's how she makes, she makes a lot of money from you know, showing up on Instagram. So show up on Instagram. You never know who will find you on that space. WhatsApp stories, your Snapchat, your TikTok, just use whatever is available to you without thinking about money, because I know a lot of people, how do I raise capital? Yes, I understand, you know, but use what you have where you are and start. But just keep showing up every day. It's not that you post now and then in 2 months you come back and say, nobody's buying from me, I'm not.
Consistency,
yes, you have to show up.
And
you know?
Use the tags.
Yes, hashtags.
Oh my God,
and I say to people that you don't realize how much more credibility you get when they start seeing people wearing your clothes. Because, you know, at first when you start, maybe you use yourself, you use model, and then slowly people start to buy, right? So one person will buy, send you a picture. First of all, they might not even want you to use their picture. Eventually, they are proud, and they are the ones sending, look at me in your dress, and you're like, wow, how did I get here? But they are proud to be associated with your brand, and it's awesome. But you will get there as long as your brand represents something that people want to be proud of. Then it comes. It comes.
Thank you so much, Ogwa, for coming on the program, and I hope we'll get to see you on the program again if we do call on you.
I look forward to it.
All right, we shall have. All right, I'm sure you are well informed today about the fashion trend in Nigeria and talking particularly about Boubou style. Now, if you are a budding fashion entrepreneur, a fashion designer, this is one episode you should watch again and again. And visit us on our social media platforms. You have Ogwa's information there. Also on the YouTube channel, go back and watch it. Thank you so much for being part of the program. We're bound to bring you more interesting topics about the beauty industry. And don't forget, it's not just about makeup fashion. There are a lot of things to discuss in the beauty industry. And if you're willing to be part of it, please contact us on our social media platforms. The phone number is there. Send a WhatsApp message. Please do not call. I always say that on the program. I get some calls, but hey, a producer will not pick up your calls. All the same, we love you and we really, really want to interact with you. So remember, remain beautiful inside and out. My name is Namure Edzenyoya. See you same time next week. Bye for now.